this week at Twisted Dolls Motorcycle with Jerry Ottaway, Matt and Kara Smith from Wichita area. Jerry, what do you have today?
We've got a 1950 Harley Davidson 125. They build them from 48 through 52, and during that time they developed a class for the small 125s on half-mile dirt tracks. And the first race they ran, it was at Cottonwood Falls, Kansas, and I happened to win the race. We did take the headlight and the front fender off and thought we had a pretty hot racer, but the first race was about 45 mile an hour wide open, and seemed like it was 100 laps, and it took a little while to do it. After we'd done that, my dad got excited and he built a lightweight, low-slung frame for it, and we also worked the engine over, made a special head with more cooling, and then we put 2 spark plug holes in the head. We made a dual exhaust, and then which had had a single exhaust before. We put an 1 1/8" AMCA carburetor on it. We also put a magnesium cooling jacket, and that dissipated the heat better, run a little cooler. It burns methanol and castor oil. And anyway, we had clocked this at 80 miles an hour twice with a stopwatch. So the engine will turn about 8,000 RPM. And we used to take it to Dodge City and run it in the drag races out there. And it would do okay unless I missed a gear, and I did that every once in a while. And when you did that, it just shelled the engine. The piston rings disintegrated. But it's been a real good one.
What kind of tubing did he use to make
it's
that?
It's 4130 aircraft tubing.
Yeah. And how much did it weigh before and then after?
I really don't know. It had a big heavy frame and big fat tires on it, and about 45 mile an hour is about all it run, stock. But anyway, it's...
He built the front fork and everything?
He built the fork and the frame, and then did all of the work on the engine.
And where's the magnesium?
The magnesium cooling jacket is, we knocked the fins off down here on this, right down here, and you can see the difference in the color. And then we machined the fins all off and then made that up. And it's a shrink fit on there. We had to, we heated the magnesium jacket, and then we stuck the cylinder in the freezer for about 24 hours, and that shrunk it. We dropped that thing on there and it seized. It's not going anywhere. But anyhow, do you have any questions, Kara?
How's the ride?
It looks like it might be kind of stiff.
It's pretty stiff.
100 laps around a dirt track on that, and you probably ready to
see,
get off.
These are full floating springs under here, see?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure it was rough. Another little story about this is we kept winning the races, and there was a guy from Topeka, Kansas, and he was the NSU and BMW dealer up there. And he'd always come, and we'd beat him every time. Then he announced one time that we better enjoy our victory because it's our last one we're going to have. He said he'd ordered a factory racing NSU from Germany, and he said the best engineers in Germany built this thing. He said, you can't beat that at all. He said, I'll have it here next year. Well, he had it there, and we lapped him. And that's the last time we ever seen him. He never come back.
Well, and they were fast. NSUs were.
They were,
yeah,
but we were faster.
Wow.
So anyway, it was a lot of fun.
Well, guys, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed Twisted Dolls. Jerry, we'll see you next week.
Right. Anytime you're in the Wichita area, we're about 20 miles east of Wichita in Augusta. So stop and see us. Open Friday, Saturday, Sundays from 10 to 12. So glad to have you.
It's worth the look.
You should come out and see this museum. It is unbelievable.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it.
Very
Thank you for
much.
being in our video, Jerry. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Okay, thank you.